You want to know my problem? I think too much. And I feel too deeply. And that's a dangerous combination.
If somebody tell you not to be yourself, don't listen to them. Being yourself is what makes you different. If everyone was the same, what's the point of living?
Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
Not personal. For me to tell you, hey, Ryan, I love you, but we can't kick it no more, dog. I'm on this path and you on that path. Maybe the family. It may be the homie, it may be mama, maybe daddy, maybe whoever it is, but we have to make it the ultimate decision to know that we got to carry this baggage and we got to do all of this work, so we need to make sure that our circle is right, starting with us first.
If you repeatedly have to tell someone the same exact thing about how you feel and nothing changes, just understand that they don't respect you.
You stop calling me, I stop expecting you. I text you, you don't text me back, I stop expecting it. I stop expecting it to control my frustration. I can't control your call, but I can control my frustration. And I refuse to give you that much power over me. So
if you have a problem with me, text me. And if you don't have my number, you don't know me well enough to have a problem with me.
That is so good.
don't tell your dreams to everybody. Your dreams will attract you enemies and haters. Work in silence. Let God do what He wants to do in your life and let Him surprise your enemies.
Dedication. There was nothing else going on in my life, you know what I mean?
You don't like people too, right?
I mean, it's not that I don't like people, it's just that I'd rather just, this needs to be, to get to the level that you need to get to the pinnacle, it needs to be like that. It needs to be no outsiders. It needs to be, you need to have your team and your focus, and that's it. I don't need friends that aren't involved in this game, or that aren't on the same path, you know what I mean? Because it's just not, it doesn't make sense.
Man, you don't have to be what people want you to be. You got your own brain. You hear me? If you knew the consequence behind the choice you made, would you still have made that choice?
Hopefully not.
I ain't gonna tell you that you gonna die and go to jail behind one bad choice, but we are creatures of habit. It becomes habit. That becomes your behavior. You hear me? Now you then put yourself on a downward spiral. You know, a wise brother told me, man, I accept failure when success is free. There you go.
You know, I don't know if I'm living sometimes or if I'm doing a to-do list. And then I don't know whose to-do list it is sometimes. I don't know if it's my own things that I want to be doing. Is it things that I feel like people want me to be doing? Like, whose expectations am I living up to?
This kid was having a hard time with books. And when I got to his email, I got to it, called his family up, said, hey, what's going on? You know, it's David Goggins. They were all happy to hear it. He had killed himself. So, like, in the back of my fucking mind, and what hurt me the most was when I read the fucking email, and, woo, shit. I gotta get my shit together. I wasn't gonna bring this shit up. Yeah, I read the email, and they said, you can help our son. You know, our son really admires you, and that's why I'm very vocal for a lot of reasons, but I have to be strong because I know a lot of people aren't. So, you know, that's why I don't cower from shit, you know, at all. You wanna fucking, you know, I'll take on whatever challenge is in front of me. I'll take it on because a lot of people don't have that courage, and it's hard to be brave.
If you gotta choose between me and another person, choose the other person. I'm not no backup plan, I'm damn sure not no second choice.
Like, niggas like us coming where we come from, we can't afford to fuck up. We can't afford to slip up, make no mistakes, you heard? Because they watching and they want us to. You know what I'm saying? We got all odds against us. You know what I'm saying? And fake niggas be winning sometimes. So, you know what I'm saying? If you wanna succeed, you can't fuck up. You got no space for it.
What would you like people to think about you when you've gone?
I like for them to say he took a few cups of love. He took 1 tablespoon of patience, 1 teaspoon of generosity, 1 pint of kindness. He took 1 quart of laughter, 1 pinch of concern, and then he mixed willingness with happiness. He added lots of faith, and he stirred it up well. Then he spread it over a span of a lifetime, and he served it to each and every deserving person he met.
Muhammad Ali. I love my husband, and to say that I obey him is to say I honor him, to say I respect him and his choices and his decision to lead this family. I don't lead nothing. If I were to lead this family, we'd be down in the gutter because I got Afterpay, Affirm, I got debt, I got all this craziness in my life. I ain't leading nothing. That's what God created him for me. He is my helpmate, and I'm to be his helpmate, not his burden, not his back talk, not the one that brings him down. And so sometimes I think that we are in such this independent mindset as women, and it's like, I'm sorry.
If you're lying in bed right now, look next to you. Nothing, right? Now just imagine them cuddling and holding you. I didn't even mention their name, but they popped into your mind, didn't they?
Don't beat yourself up behind mistakes. You take responsibility for all actions. We move forward. Don't let the past dictate your present. Don't allow the things that happen in your past to affect your future.
My mother, my father, no one showed up. Manager, friends, no one showed up. This isn't just alcoholics and shit. This is like fucking arsonists and like child predators and all kind of wild people in this group, right? And they got people showing up for them. And I don't have nobody showing up for me. And I show up thinking, all right, my mom's going to be on there. You know, my mom will be on. And Mia is on the screen. I don't have nothing to offer her either. You know what I mean? I'm in the middle of my shit. So they let her go first because I can't even fucking believe. And they all know because I ain't had no family show up for me. And she's like, hi, Shia. You know, and it's like, she's prepping a movie. She ain't got no fucking time for this. She saved my fucking life, dog. Just her presence, the ministry of presence. Sometimes that's all you need to offer a person who's in a situation like that, is like, just to be present.
One of the reasons why I work out so hard, because when I work out really hard, I have respect for myself. Yes. For that day, I know I'm not a lazy piece of shit. For that day, I know I'm focused. For that day, when I'm done, I'm like, I know who I am. I get shit done.
I'm living my life for myself, and not for the approval or opinions of others. I'm giving myself the permission to authentically be me. I'm giving myself the opportunity to find things that bring me joy, happiness, and peace into my life, and I'm putting myself as a priority.
I'm trying to get to where I'm going, and ain't nobody gonna stop me, or whatever going on, the talking and the captions or whatever the memes. It can't stop me because it's a vision that I have and it's goals that I have done set out for myself that I gotta get there no matter what.
They say when two people are angry at each other, you know why they shout? It's a bit strange because they're right next to each other. Like, why are you shouting? You're right next to that person. One ancient Sufi saint, he said the reason why people shout when they're angry is because although they're next to each other physically, their hearts have become so far apart. And because their hearts are so far apart, they feel the need to shout to try and make up that distance that has been created. And have you noticed it works the other way as well? When you have a very loving relationship and your heart is very close to someone, sometimes you can be within them in the room and you don't even have to say a word, just the movement of the face, and they understand you and you understand them, because the hearts are very, very close.
I'm going to tell you this. I know that there's lots of advice that people get on podcasts, but what I learned in 2019 is that I didn't have $20 million. I didn't have a private jet, but you know what I knew I could do? I knew I could listen to other influencers and other people that I looked up to, and I could learn how to build a brand. And I'm telling you, my brand has got me in more rooms than any amount of money could ever get me in. Your brand allows you to do things that people with money can't do. So if I would tell anybody, be the realest son of a bitch in the room. Give a shit about people. Give first, you know.